Hey, it's Kellen, and today on Diversified Game, got some current game for you guys. We're talking about breaks. And this was inspired because while you're a parent, while you're an entrepreneur, if you don't know, I run a full service PR and consulting firm and some other businesses as well. And it allows me the life to be able to travel with my family when we like, when we're able, when, school could be in, it could be out, whatever. But I was talking to my kids about doing some makeup work. And in doing that makeup work, I was like, okay, you guys, let's do this makeup work. Let's get it knocked out. And my little 6-year-old said, well, mom lets us have a break. I said, you haven't even started. And that's where I see a lot of people who say they want to be entrepreneurs. They say they want to have their own business. They want to drive the whatever car, have the house, live in this neighborhood, that neighborhood. And before they even start the work, they want to start talking about the break. They want to start talking about the challenges. They want to start saying why they're not going to be able to grind like some are grinding 24/7. I was up till 1, 2 in the morning last night, and in that having a fun conversation with a client friend and talking to different people too at the same time, because they're on the other side of the world or they have different shifts. But a lot of you want a break before you start the work. You cannot get a break as an entrepreneur. There is no break. Even on vacation, it's like you're so obsessed with what the projects are because you are the A to the Z. I don't want to say the Alpha and Omega because there's only one of those, but you have to be intentional. And you cannot want a break before you start sweating. It's the same thing when we're all trying to get in shape, especially before the summer. And if you have a trainer, if you're in a group class and you bring your water and then you're counting and saying, whoa, when is the break? If you are at a job right now and you're waiting for your break, so you can get some type of ease. You're in the wrong job and you need to figure out how do you go full-fledged in what you really want to do, whether it's another job, whether it's a business, whatnot. I know there are people, and I used to do it, that wait for their break to work on their business. There's nothing wrong with it. Actually, that's that hunger, that's that drive, that's that fire in you. But if you are just waiting for a break, just to have lunch, just to have a conversation that's freeing outside of the office, you really need to get out of that toxic area because you're just existing. There's no passion in what you're doing. So I would say figure out what coach, what course, what program. I just bought a program yesterday that it was a young kid, much younger than me, but I liked the way he did his ads. So I said, let me go buy this course. What is it to buy this course, support this entrepreneur, see if there's something he can, teach me. And to be honest with you, what he was pushing wasn't what I learned from the course because I found that it was not as maybe it was kind of done on the fly. We'll just say that. But I didn't want to break from his course. I wanted to absorb everything that his course had to get and see what I could learn. And somewhere down the line, I did learn something. I learned about a new database, even though that's what he wasn't pushing. And even though the database, it wasn't perfected or kept updated, I learned something that was outside of the scope of knowledge that I had. And as a consultant, as somebody who takes clients and charges a high premium, you need to have so much knowledge in different things to help your clients get where they want to get faster. Because when people are paying you thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, and tens of thousands of dollars, you need to have certain knowledge. And that's why you get paid this money, to make it easier. And guess what they don't want to hear you say? They don't want to hear you say, you need a break. They don't want to hear you say, hey, I need a break in what I need a break because this is just too much. No, we work so much till my clients will say, hey, give me a break. That's a real drive when your client says, hey, pause on that real quick. That's when you know you're doing something, you're effective. Because if you are lazy, and I do know folks who aren't as active, um, and some aren't as dedicated, or they don't have that fire. They can do the work done, but they don't have that fire. I just had a friend ask me, hey, how do I pick a publicist? He's like, I know I can't afford you, but I have someone who's charging me, south of $1,000. And they said, what can I expect? I said, don't expect much. That person's going to take breaks all day, or they are so hungry they have to take that money. And I know, because I've been there, where you just had to take, oh, okay, you got 800. Okay, we'll take it, you know. And they told me, oh, well, they're giving me a $1,000 discount because it's usually 1,800. I said, and that lets you know that they have devalued themselves, and that they either need this money, or they have so much money and love you so much that you are just, you've connected, which probably never really happens. They need the money. They need that $800 to pay the rent, to pay the car payment, to pay whatever. But that person, I said, you have to expect them to take a break. They are going to take a break on break, and they probably could still do a good job for you because they need that money. They're going to do enough to keep you as a client, but we're going to do enough to where you ask us for a break. That's what I'm telling y'all. Didn't tell him because I already know. He said where he was in his financial journey, and I've known him for over a decade. And so if you need a break, you need a break from what you're doing and find out what you don't need a break from. You need to work till you don't want a break. You need to work till you could be laying in the bed with your spouse, with yourself, with whomever, and say, I can't even go to sleep until I get this done. And that's when you know you are doing your purpose. You're aligned with your purpose. You can't go to sleep till you do it. No breaks needed. Don't take any breaks. Diversified Game is a podcast to help you find your purpose, to help you get where you can't go alone. You need a team, and no breaks.